Hey guys, Phil here, back again with another edition of my show. Yes, another episode. Today's topic is adjusting your attitude, your thought process, your judgments, adjusting your mindset to something that's going to help you out a whole bunch. Something I try and do daily, something I've been telling other people about, something I've been talking about a lot, and I think it's about time for me to record it and put something out there. I try and check my mind multiple times throughout the day. I try and keep my thought patterns positive. I like to make sure that I'm not dwelling on things I don't need to, or things that I have no control over, things that I can't stop, things that I am not involved in, things that do not affect me. Because your mind is a wild animal, and if you let it run, it's gonna keep on running. And by you entertaining certain thoughts given to you by your mind, you're actually giving over your power, your energy, your who you are to something that is just crunching numbers and working through scenarios and dwelling on things you don't need to, and thinking about things that are not helping your highest good, your highest goal, helping you as a person. I really try and enjoy just kind of observing a thought, which I don't know if you guys have all tried this, but real quick, you're not your mind. You are so much more than just your mind. You are an active thinker in your brain and your mind and your thoughts, but your mind also has other thoughts that come through. I like to call them passive thinking, because it's just something you're not actually thinking about that just pops into your head, and you're forced to either keep thinking about it, try and put it in your back pocket and ignore it, which is much worse and makes you think about it anyway, or just observe it and acknowledge that it's there and let it pass, because everything is impermanent and it's gonna pass sooner than later. Anyway, so here's the thing. If you entertain every single thought that comes into your head, and you dwell on everything that your mind brings up, things that you're not in control of, things that are going to not affect you, then you are going to go crazy. You're going to have so much pain and struggle in your mind. So instead, what I like to do is observe these thoughts. That's it. Just observe them. Don't pass judgment. Don't think about them. Don't do anything other than see them. See them come in. See them go. I was recently given a wonderful way of describing this, better than I've ever read or thought about personally. And it is, imagine laying down and you're on a big grassy field and you look up at the beautiful blue sky, just from end to end as far as you can see, and all these clouds, big billowing clouds coming through. And what you're doing is you're laying there and you're looking up and you're watching these clouds pass by. Now imagine this sky as your mind, and these clouds are your thoughts. Now, these thoughts come through, you acknowledge them, you see them. You can either try and decipher them, think about them, look at them in detail, think them to death, or you can just observe it as a cloud and leave it at that. So try and do that. That's the challenge. Observe your thoughts. They're going to come in, you're going to see them. See them there. Don't pass judgment. Don't think about them. Don't do anything with it. And then it's just going to keep on going. And then another thought's going to come through. Do the same thing. Just observe it. You have a thought. You acknowledge the thought is there. Okay. And then you let it carry on. All this is very easy to explain, but much harder to do. Very much harder to do in practice. But when you are able to start to just be an observer, a watcher of your mind, you find that you have more and more time where you don't have thoughts. And for me, that's a beautiful thing. That's a place where I am at peace and I feel at one with myself, the universe. I feel connected. I don't feel anxious. I don't feel depressed. I don't feel anything other than the real feeling of myself. And that's a good time to start to kind of feel yourself in your own, personal energy, which is the next step that I'm going on to, because I am very good at not listening to my thoughts and just kind of letting them, flow through and still be aware of myself. So the next step I'm going to be working on, I'll probably talk about this maybe in a month or so and tell you guys how it's all going. But every time I find myself with this emptiness in my mind, this space between thoughts, I'm going to recognize it, and I'm going to check my energy and feel my body and see how I feel and see what I can do from that standpoint. If you're already at the point where you're with me and you are controlling, not just controlling your thoughts, you're not controlling your thoughts, you're not bothered by them. When you're at that point, try doing the next level. Every time you get to this point, stop, breathe, feel the breath enter, feel the energy flowing through you, and let's talk about it. Let's see what's going on. For everybody else that's just starting this, I really don't want to say controlling your mind, because you're not controlling your mind. If you're starting this awareness of your consciousness, this awareness of your mind, mentally make a note every time you are able to get past these thoughts and just lay no judgment to them. Just observe them and let them pass. Because you're going to fail multiple times, and that's okay. You're allowed to fail. It's all just a learning process. And once this learning process is enough of a habit, you're going to see huge results, and everything's going to change for you in the better. So that's all you're doing, is you're creating new habits with these little practices that are so easy to explain, so hard to do, but when you finally get it, you feel it, and you know you've done it, and you know you've done it right. And every time I do that, it puts a huge smile on my face. It really does. And those moments are becoming more and more frequent the more I stay conscious of myself, my mind, my being, my energy, everything. So stay aware. Don't be too hard on yourself. We're all gonna make mistakes. We're all gonna do wrong things. But as long as we're striving for becoming better, you're doing a good job. So keep it up, guys. And I've got some more videos coming soon. Maybe I'll make another one today. And I hope to get some feedback from you guys. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful evening. We'll see you next time.